All right, here we go. Sitting with the manager of the GOAT squad. Listen, you've had a tough year, okay? A lot of bad mismanagement, a lot of bad things go your way this year. What is the main reason for that?
Jax, it's plain and simple. It's just me fucking up. The QB controversy has hurt us the last few weeks.
Yep.
Last week, I made the decision to go with Dak the rest of the year as QB1, but last week it didn't pan out.
No, it didn't.
With Purdy putting up 26 points. That's all right. We're fighting through adversity. Playoffs are low chance, unless the Guardians lose out.
Which they won't.
And we win out. That's our only shot. We're fighting to not get last right now, which is unfortunate to say, at the least. But,
it is very unfortunate.
But, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's hurt us the last couple weeks.
Yeah, look, it's definitely been tough. Look, going back on your season, you're one of the few teams, and I mean few teams, that have not made a move this whole season in terms of trades. Can you tell me why that is?
I'm not a fan of making trades.
You're not?
I'm not. I like going with the team I drafted. And you know what? This year it hasn't panned out too well. Jalen Waddle, big letdown. Drafted him in the third round.
Had a good round this week.
Chris Olave, he was honestly, I expected a little more from him. I got rid of him early. Kyron Williams. And that's butt-fucked me,
Yeah.
So... yeah, I'm not a big fan of making too many trades because half the people in the league, they want to win the trade for sure.
Right.
To be able to even make the trade.
That's how it works usually.
So I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the way people work. I put out fair trades. People don't want to.
You do.
So.
Right. Okay, revisiting that though, just saying on your point, is there one move or one trade you have lined up that you didn't pull the trigger on that you wish you did looking back? Please explain it and tell who it was with.
No, I don't.
No trade?
Well, there wasn't any insane offers that would have changed my season this year. We didn't get into that much talk with anybody, and I can't think of anything. We didn't. We've made some management decisions that have cost us 3 games. 3 games, and we're sitting at 4-6. Is that what?
4-7. 4-7. Yeah, you fucked up.
So we
3 times.
3 games right there. You flip it upside down 7.
Quite literally.
Looking at a different season. It's not a trade offer that we should have made or capitalized on. It's not I drafted bad. It's simply I fucked up too many weeks, and the award speaks for itself.
Yeah. No, definitely in the running for worst manager of the year, and that's not a knock against you. It's just a tough year. I'm gonna leave you with one final question here, and it's. Is there a way for the GOAT squad to make the playoffs this year? If not, what is going to be your one thing they're going to improve on going into next year?
We're not going to improve on anything. The only thing we're going to change is we're not drafting a tight end in the first round.
I would recommend that too.
Ever again.
Right.
Kelsey is 1-1, and I just so happen. You know what? You warned me. Preseason.
I did.
You might get Kelsey in the 1 year that he falls off because it's going to happen eventually, and I still took the chance. It's on me. You know what? We're going to bounce back. We'll be back next year.
I believe that. Look, the GOAT squad manager right here, one of the commissioner of the league, one of the founding fathers.
I got $500.
He did.
In my pocket
He does.
right now.
He does.
Waiting for one of you motherfuckers. Come and get it.
He does have $500. All right, here we go. We're with the manager of Jaxy, the worst name in the league. Chris, how you doing tonight?
Feeling confident about the year, bud.
You are? Yeah. Okay, so look, I got a couple questions for you. We're not going to keep you for too long, okay? We're having fun tonight. We're drinking. We're having a good time. First question I want to ask you is, how you feeling about your playoffs? Look, you're 6-5. You've made many trades, and you have a good roster built up. How do you feel about going into the playoffs if you think you can make it?
I feel great about going into the playoffs. The whole entire year we've had the strategy of trade players before they go down.
Right.
And it's been working.
Which they haven't.
It's been working great for us personally. We traded Keenan Allen. He's been banged up. He's still producing, but he's banged up. And every other trade besides the Keenan Allen trade is a clear win.
Right.
Despite unpopular opinions. But everything's going great.
Right. No, that unpopular opinion is true because on the YouTube channel we have had random people say it was a bad trade, so I just want to point that out. Listen, you talk about trading players that you think are going to fall off, right? Clearly that hasn't happened. Like, I just want to, as reference points, right? Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, now Keenan Allen. Okay, you tend to trade players too quickly, I would say. That's kind of the joke around the league. Joke within the videos of my memes. Is there a reason why you think players are going to fall off before they actually do with no evidence?
Well, we traded Barkley for Jamar Chase. That worked out great.
True.
We traded a lot of the depth from the Dom trade for Keenan Allen. That worked out great. That worked out great for the couple weeks. Now, we're just going to keep going with our strategy this year because it's worked out great so far.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you guys remember, and if you remember too, I made the Chris trade train. Hard to say, and that was pretty fun to do. I will admit, this guy has made a lot of good trades in this season, and maybe a couple up for trades of the year. We'll have to see. Is there anything that you wish you would have done differently? Any trades that you wish you would have made? Any trades you wish you wouldn't have made?
Sometimes I think about the Keenan Allen trade, and I'm like, why did I do it? But
everyone else is thinking that too.
I needed depth at the RB2 spot, and I'm glad I got Pacheco. Pacheco's a great option at RB2. And sometimes I think about the Ingram trade, but ultimately I got McBride out of it, so I'm happy with my team. I love my team. 2 rings for a reason.
2 rings for a reason. This guy has won the most rings in recent memory. He is basically the New England Patriots of our league as of now. I don't want to keep you for too much longer. I'm going to finish off here with another trade or another question here. Going into the playoffs now, you're 6-5, right? You're not totally made it yet, but what does this team have to do to be dominant in the playoffs like we've seen in years past with your team?
We got to have good quarterback play. Every week during the season, it's been, 15 points or under. We got to have good quarterback play. It's ultimately up to that. I love my skill positions. I love my flexes. It's got to be good quarterback play. You need good quarterback play to make it in the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Who's the flexes in your team though? Because you have Deontay, you have Kareem Hunt, you have a lot of guys that can play that flex position. Who is going to be your guy rolling into the playoffs? Do you think right now?
I love Mike Evans in the flex spot.
Mike Evans in the flex spot. Okay.
Mike Evans is such a solid spot in the flex spot, and then between that, it's got to be Zach Charbonnet or Deontay Johnson.
You think Zach Charbonnet is going to keep it up?
I don't know if he'll keep it up, but he outsnaps Kenneth Walker, so you got to look at that. And Geno Smith likes to throw to his running back, so you got to look at that.
Okay. Final question: who do you think is going to win the league this year?
If I got to go with anybody, it's got to be Tony. I love Tony's team. Tony's team's got a great team.
Well, respect to a fellow player in the league. Chris, thank you so much for joining us right now.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
thanks for having me.
Best of luck to you this year. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in for the next one. All right, here we go. With the manager of Bigger Than Black and White, currently the last seed, or second to last seed, I should say, in the league. AJ, how you doing tonight?
Hey, it's going.
It's going. Pretty good Friday night. We just saw the Black Friday game. We've been having a good time. I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
I heard the chant was requested.
After this. Okay, here we go. Bigger Than Black and White, you have made one of the biggest moves this year with the CMC trade. Talk through your thought process with that trade.
So, we started getting on the downtrend. Good old Team Forrester. And I think it was time for a rebrand. It was just going downhill. It's not that I wanted to get rid of CMC, but it was something that had to happen.
Yeah.
We needed some more well-rounded team.
Right. No, you were in last place, or second to last, I should say, with CMC, trying to trade him to make your team more well-rounded. I understand the play. I talked about it in the videos, and it still hasn't paid off, unfortunately. Has there been any other moves that you maybe should have made or didn't pull the trigger on during the season to maybe help your team not be where it's at right now? Because I think you're a playoff team. I was saying this in the videos that I don't think you're a last place team, but yet you're still competing for that spot. Is there anything that you could have done or you wish you would have?
I'm not really sure. There was a few instances where a few managers reached out to me. One was Jaxy Pad.
Oh, I have too. Him and me. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, he
didn't
too.
respond. He didn't respond.
I fucking.
Anyways.
So Jaxy Pad reached out to me. He was wanting to trade away Keenan Allen. I don't know how I felt about it yet. He was, he's been healthy the whole season. Right?
Wow.
But
so what was this offer? Breaking news, insider scoop here. What was the offer? Do you remember Keenan Allen especially?
But I don't remember what it was.
Wow.
I don't remember what it was. I just know he's wanting to get rid of him. But it's one of those things where he's consistently gotten hurt. I know last year he got hurt. I'm not the biggest football guy or anything. But
right.
I don't want to take that risk. And like I thought it was a good idea, but like for it being so far into the season, I don't want it to be getting to the late windows. Trying to make a push for playoffs. I'm fucking sucking. Make a push for playoffs, and then just another player get hurt, because like it was kind of the same thing with CMC. I don't want another superstar, and then that just absolutely trashes my team.
Yeah.
That would be hurtful.
Yeah. I mean, you would have clearly had a trade depth for Keenan Allen. I get that. Is there a way for bigger than black and white? Because you don't have 8 losses. You only have 7. You're 4-7 right now. Is there a way for your team to make the playoffs?
Well, after Metcalf scoring 6 points on Thanksgiving, I'm not so sure. But
Going up against Timor Mane, by the way, who hadn't CMC scored 30.
Yes.
Who you traded him to?
It's kind of hard to gauge. Like I know that my team, like it looks good on paper, but
It does.
none of them have, like, it's always been one person has clicked for 1 week, and like the rest of the team kind of just shits the bed.
That's my story too.
Like I don't have. It's not consistent. I don't feel like I need everyone to just like at least 2-3 people to go off consistently weekly, and that would be.
I don't think. No, yeah.
I mean, that would be beneficial, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Right. Okay, a couple more questions, and we're going to get you out of here. We don't keep you too long. I just want to ask, listen, do you think you're in the running for last place, or do you think it's someone else?
Oh, 100% I'm in the running for last place.
Are you the favorite?
No, I don't think. I think Mez.
Who's the favorite?
I think Mez is the favorite. But like
Chubb Checker, Team Chubb Checker. That's 2 for Chubb Checker.
See, like, but I would also like to say Team TD, because like.
Yes, Team DD.
fuck
But
that
he
guy.
has
But, like,
more. He has Team DD
I
is the
know.
favorite for last place, but he has 5 wins. That's more than anyone else.
I feel like if it came down to it, it would be a Mez versus Austin kind of thing, and I think Mez would pull that out. But for now, I would have to say Mez just because he's 3-8. But
I agree. All right, final question here. Being somewhat of an onlooker, I'm not saying that you can't make the playoffs and make a run for this, but if you had to pick a winner for this year, who's your money on?
so I'd like to say Jaden just because he always talks shit and his team looks really good.
Lamar's backpack.
But I would have to go with Team Armani.
Oh, Team Armani, my personal favorite for the winner this year.
Me and him, we kind of scratched neck and neck last year to try and get into that last playoff spot. And it was a tough battle. He ended up being 7-7. I went 6-8, and good for him. But I would love to see him take it home today.
Hey, you could definitely still make the playoffs here at only 4-7. You have a good chance to win this week. Still, don't count yourself out yet. Don't count yourself out. Trust me, it is possible. Well, look, I'm gonna shake your hand right now. Thank you so much for joining this. This is Bigger Than Black and White's manager ending off this interview. Hey, best of luck to you for the rest of the season, sir. Thank you so much. And for you guys, be sure to listen to the rest of the interviews. We have a couple more to do. So, all right, welcome back, everybody. We got one of the last interviews we have here. Hi, Jackson. Hi. There's a puppy right in front of us. I am with the manager of the highest...
The 2023-24 champ tuning back in, Lamar's Backpack.
Lamar's backpack manager. Currently, the highest scoring team in the league right now. Yeah. Listen, why is that? What has been the key to success?
I just feel like I can do no wrong at this point. I feel like every move I make, I probably shouldn't make, but they turn out right for me in the end. And there may be a few more coming down the line. Stay tuned.
A couple weeks left of the regular season, which is when our trade deadline ends. Let's go over some of those trades, as a matter of fact, right? That you've done, okay? Right. Because maybe you guys don't know this. We haven't really discussed it in the videos, but the trade committee has not had a universal acceptance of your trades, okay? Why is that? Why is it that they have such hard time going through your trades? Why?
I don't know that it's a universal acceptance. I think it's a universal thinking I'm losing my trades.
True.
But when you play for Lamar's Backpack, you have a hard time losing.
Even though 6-5?
6-5, but like highest points scored since first time I looked was week 3, and I have never been within.
You haven't given that up. You haven't given
never
that
been
up.
within 60 points. It's
been close. Yeah, it's been.
But the only I lose because people fucking like to show their ass when they play Lamar's Backpack.
They do like to show out. Yes. Like I said, let's go through some more of those trades. So you traded away Raheem Mostert. Now, and we were talking about this at dinner tonight. We went out to dinner, not as a couple, but with a friend group. It could have been. But why did you trade Raheem Mostert? You might be able to look back. For Derrick Henry, if you guys remember, why did you do it?
Well, in my head, I thought I was selling high. I thought the RB room would fill back up. It didn't.
Didn't.
Wilson never played. To my knowledge, Wilson never played.
Jeff Wilson, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and A-Chain just started fucking shoving his cock in teams and then got hurt.
Again.
But he got hurt the week after I traded Mostert, so it looked worse after.
Okay. So that was an L. Can you accept that? That was an L for
Yeah,
Derrick
I agree.
Henry of all players
agree.
who has scored over 10 times, maybe once or twice since you got him. I don't remember.
I agree.
You have also gotten Mike Evans and Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford still a member of your team. How does that play out?
Who'd I trade Mike Evans? Who'd I get?
You traded David Montgomery and
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley for Mike Evans and Jerome Ford. How does that working out for you? How do you still like that trade? Because personally, I think it's a W to this
Me
day.
too. I agree. I think I won that trade just because of Mont going down the next week. It was a good. Looking at it now, it was a dumb trade for me because of like the points that they were putting up at the time.
Montgomery was going really well.
Right, but Montgomery got hurt the next week. So
He did.
I believe that they kind of carried me through the season. So I don't know. I think I went through adversity well.
You did. And then this final trade here that I want to highlight.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
probably one that we'll look back on as the best trade of the year. Definitely in the awards ceremony at the end of the
see.
year. Keenan Allen for Isaiah Pacheco and Mike Evans. I want to hear your thoughts. How did that come to fruition, and how did you feel after it went through?
Well, really, Chris came to me with the idea.
Really,
Came to me.
Jaxy
And
pad manager.
and that was the original trade. We didn't edit it at all. Wow. But Pacheco had put up 6 back-to-back weeks. And I'm like, yeah, take him.
Yeah, no, you were done.
In
You were
my
done.
opinion, Pacheco had a few bad weeks. It was his time to go.
It was.
You would think that I would have had to sell him low, but I actually sold him high to
Apparently.
get the wide receiver 2.
Keenan Allen.
Was Mike Evans doing good? Yeah. But if Keenan Allen stays healthy, I think I have the deadliest trio in the league.
I agree. I think, and I've been saying it in the videos, that the two managers that have a guaranteed 60 points every single week is Lamar's backpack and Team Armani, who is currently serving for us. Yes, currently serving. All right, we'll finish this out real quick as we're getting to the time. Listen, who's your loser this year? Who is the worst team in the league?
I think if Austin loses this week, Austin, but I think if he wins, it'll be Mez.
It is currently Mez 50-50 and Team DD currently getting his ass kicked. So, fair enough. But Team DD, a popular choice among the interviewees. We're going to have to wait and see. Lamar's backpack manager.
Fuck Austin.
Fuck Austin. Who is your winner this year?
Team Armani.
Team Armani. That is 2 right now. That's 2 for Team Armani. Wow. Clearly, if
Tony, but
thank you.
You're
but
gonna beat me.
Thank you for your service. Hey,
I'll be on.
Mars backpack. Thank you so much for this
Hey,
interview.
good
This
luck,
was
sir.
no. Thank you. Good luck to you yourself. Okay, that is it. I think so. We'll see you guys. All right, we are back with another interview. We were with the manager of the Little Giants. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's great to hear. Okay, listen, sitting at 7-4 right now, if I'm not mistaken, you have one of the highest scoring teams in the league, led by Tyreek Hill. How's that feel?
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Feels really good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, I'd say.
Right. Okay. So whenever you went into the draft, all right, coming out in the preseason power rankings, if you guys don't remember, I ranked your team dead last. Yes, that was yes. Dead last. I ranked this team. How does it feel now being one of the best?
One of the top teams in the league. It feels great. But the job's not finished. We know it's coming. It's expected.
So what is that built off of though? Like, is it just pure drafting? You're one of the only teams that has not made a move. I mean, clearly your draft has paid off, but do you wish you made a move? Is there any move that you wish you had made in the regular season? Maybe something on the table? Please explain.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a lot of moves that I would have liked to play throughout the season, but nobody wanted players off my team, and frankly, that's okay because my team knows what they're going to do, put in every week, and we know what we're going to put out, and those are wins.
Right.
When it comes down to
Is there any player that you had on the table, any move you were about to pull the trigger on that you didn't?
No.
No?
I always knew they weren't worth the value. They were never worth the value, and that's when I knew that I'm going to hold on to my team and take them into the playoffs.
Okay. Cool. So in the recent weeks, right, you have been overshadowed by, and we're drinking the same drink, by the way. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
You have been, the Little Giants especially, have been overshadowed by other teams, right? You know, the Team Armani, the Guardians now sitting at number 2. You're now sitting currently number 3 in the playoff seeding. Does that bother you?
Not at all. Listen, we named our team the Little Giants for a reason.
Yeah, no one knows why.
Even starting out as good as we did in the number 1 seed, we knew that we had some ground to make up, especially in the end there. But we knew in the end we were going to be underdogs. And we're expected to be underdogs, and we're going to keep doing our thing until the very end.
Right. No, number 1 team in the league for the longest amount of time this season. What was that, you know, every single week being pretty much the favorite in every matchup? How was that pressure?
I mean, it's fine. We got Tyreek Hill. I mean, we drafted the way we did, and this is why we kept our team.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill clearly, thus far, the season MVP for fantasy football players, and you're clearly merching off of that. Do you appreciate the Tyreek Hill carrying allegations, or do you care?
Not only do we appreciate it, we do not care, and we appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah, because
every team does that.
Yeah, we love that it happens. We don't really care what everybody else is saying. We just care about our own team when it comes down to it.
Right. Are you really thinking about the number 2 seed? You know, you want that first round bye, right?
Absolutely.
You and the Guardians are personally fighting for it right now. Are you like really trying for that? What is a move in the works to get that number 2 seed, or?
There are no moves in the works to get it.
Okay.
If we get it, that's awesome. There's certain teams I would rather play than some others, obviously, in the first round.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, our team is going to do what we have to do to get to the championship.
Right. Right. All right. To close this out, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. First question, who do you think is going to get the Waffle House Challenge, the loser of the league this year? Who do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Mez.
Chub Checker, Team Chub Checker.
Chub Checker it is.
Can I ask why?
They've had a good team all year. They've been so mediocre. Like they deserve to be fighting for a playoff spot right now. They really do.
Yeah.
But in the end, they're just gonna keep getting hated on, keep getting folded.
You know, they're 3 wins right now. Worst
number
amount of
2.
team. I agree. That's a good spot. I agree. Okay.
And Tim DD's right behind them.
I agree.
They're neck and neck.
I think, but 5 wins for Team DD, 3 wins for Chub Checker.
Exactly, my entire point. That's why I have Chub Checker going down at the very end.
I agree.
But I mean, there's no saying that Team DD is going to lose every single game in the losers bracket to make him get last.
It's definitely possible.
It is.
That's what we do. We go regular season wins and playoff loser bracket wins as well. Final question for you. I know you're the manager of the Little Giants. Can you tell me who you think is going to win the championship this year? $500 on the line. Who do you think is going to take it all?
It's going to be the Little Giants.
The Little Giants.
It's going to be the underdogs.
Fair enough.
Of course it is.
Fair enough. Here, I want to shake your hand right now. Little Giants manager, thank you so much. Betting on himself this year. Sponsored by Hoopty. Hey, fucking buy this shit. This shit is so good. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was the Little Giants manager.